F to B to boring. We'll just go we'll just go too safe. We'll name it a too safe tier and we'll go from there. Work? So we're going to put Georgia, Ohio State, Alabama, Michigan in that too safe tier. Not fun. Not fun. S tier is like top of the line, obviously. A tier, yeah. I feel like maybe we even have too many. You know, let's get rid of the E tier. And I think S, A, B, D, A, B, C, D, too safe. All right. Oregon. Would you say Clemson is too safe? I feel like Clemson not anymore. I feel like they'd be more here. I think Florida State's another school that would be more here in the D's. Oregon's a D. Because I'm trying to think of teams that they're like, if I look at it today and going in, who do I expect to top? If the playoffs were the same, they're not. But if they were, who would I think, like, at the end of the season, you're talking about top 4. Texas, at this point, I think with Quinn Ewers and what Sark has been able to do down there, yeah, 100% might be too safe. All the service academies, S. Maybe. All right, let's try and do the Power Fives, and then we'll go there. We'll go into the fun ones, because this is fun now. Screw playing a game. This is fun right now. Would you put Tennessee in a D? Because they're never good enough. They're just borderline. Tennessee, Florida, at this stage, like I feel SEC, like you're already on easy mode, but maybe the way things have gone, we put Tennessee and Florida in. Okay, we'll start with the SEC. Oklahoma, I don't like saying that. I don't like saying that. SEC, Oklahoma. Ew. Can we make a do not play them as them tier? Here. I wish, actually, I want to create a brother tier. How about that? We'll do D. Kelly, thank you. Brother, ew. And we'll put Alabama down there. Alabama's the program I like the least. So, you know. Yeah, we'll keep with the too safe. We'll just get rid of that. That was funny though. See, Oklahoma's always good. I feel Florida should go with Bama. I don't know. I feel Florida. It's because maybe if we were like in the late 2000s and early 2010s, maybe, but right now they just don't. Who else is in the SEC? Who am I forgetting in the SEC? Mizzou. Missouri is a school I'd put, like, it's tough to put them too high because they're still an SEC school, but are they though? Like, I feel like Missouri, the SEC schools I would put here, you can call me crazy. Missouri, Vandy would be the two like B schools in the SEC that I'd play. Arkansas is never good. They are on the rise, so maybe Mizzou a C. Vandy an S. But at the end of the day, it's an SEC. That's the tough part. Like, how do you put an SEC? Though, if you go notoriously, like, they've not been a good team, right? Mississippi State, an SEC school I forget is an SEC school. All right, who am I missing from the SEC? Dude, with realignment, I don't even know if I'm right anymore. Is Alabama still in the... No. Auburn. Auburn, I would put in the D. Auburn, I'd put in the D. South Carolina, I don't. South Carolina's another program. They're there. Ole Miss, I'm putting in the D as well because they're always good. They're never there, but they're always like a top 15 team. But I just keep going like, I don't. Yeah, it's tough for me. It's tough for me to put Auburn below Florida. Texas A&M goes here. See, it's still weird that Texas A&M, OU, Texas, like these are ACC or SEC teams now. Like, it's weird to me. Even Mizzou is still kind of weird to me. LSU's an F2 safe tier, 1,000%. LSU's a 2 safe. Kentucky, I'd put in the B tier because they're Yeah, Kentucky is B. Yeah, okay, Rainfall, we're on the same. Why D? Why would you put them here? Like, I don't know. I straight up forgot LSU. Brian Kelly's forgettable. Let's put it that way. Brian Kelly is a very, very forgettable person. So it is what it is. Yeah, you're right. We'll put Oregon in the 2 safe. I think we can bump them down. All right, I think we got all of the SEC. So now let's move to the Big Ten. Ohio State is 1,000% in the 2 safe. Wisconsin, boring. You know, we'll do that. We'll have a 2 safe and a boring tier. 2 safe is like, sure, they're fun, but whatever. Boring is like, they don't do anything for you. Oh my God, UCLA and UCLA and USC are Big Ten schools now. I was like, we're not there yet. When you guys are saying UCLA and USC, I'm just like, why? Why are we doing this? You got Moss, Sadie. You got Moss. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. This is tough. Washington is a C. I think right now they are. I would have put them lower, like, but I don't know what that team's gonna be like. USC's boring to me. UCLA is I could put B. These are literally what's coming off my that roster was plucked, the coaching staff was plucked. Like, I mean, look at the top talent that are in the NFL now. Like, they lost a lot. Boston only up 6. Well, I figured they would come back, right? I figured they'd come back and make it a game. And then you got Dallas, Edmonton, Stars. Yankees win again. Reds lose again. I'm a big Reds fan. And David Bell needs to be fired. Sell the team, David Bell fired. All right, back to Big Ten. Michigan State, I'd put in a C. Maryland, I think is B level because they're just always there. They're just there. This is where we get into some arguments, I think. Minnesota, C. Iowa, boring. Who else we got? Purdue. Maybe B. If you guys are in agreement on things, we can move right along. If not, I love punting. See, I love defense. I do love defense, but it's weird. And that's the thing. That's not fun to play. I mean, I guess It would be fun. Maybe we'll move Iowa up because it would be fun and a nice challenge, right? To turn Iowa into an offensive powerhouse. Indiana. Indiana be fun because they're never good. I'd put them with Purdue. Penn State, boring. Northwestern, I could be a C or Northwestern. I could be a C or a boring. You know, I could. This one's tough. Maryland, Purdue, and Indiana. I feel like one of them belongs to be an A. One of them belongs to be an A at least. Which is the other Punt Fest school? Indiana? Yeah. What the heck happened here? Oh, I accidentally moved them. Like, what the heck happened? But that's what happened. I accidentally moved it. Yeah, the most consistently bad of the three. Yep. I agree there. I agree. I agree there, definitely. They're always. Nebraska, dude, I was 10 when the last time Nebraska was a power school. What was it, 2000? Nebraska, I'd put it B because it'd be fun. Who else? Big Rutgers. Rutgers is an A tier. A tier for me. Actually, boom. Rutgers, 10 tier. Or S tier. Who's going to argue? Rutgers? Illinois a B, I think. Who else do we got in the Big Ten that we're missing? Anybody? Where did Cal go? Is Cal in the Big 12 now? Cal is AC. Yep, because when I think of California, I think the Atlantic Conference. Okay. That's what I think. All day. The ACC. That's stupid. Sorry, that's really dumb. Really, really dumb. Oh, that bothers me. All right, so let's move to the ACC. The All Coast. That's kind of what it is. No, Maryland I have. Maryland's right. Or did I take the wrong logo? Oh, I took the wrong logo. I took Miami of Ohio. Oops. Maryland is a B school. So if they change it to the All Coast Conference, I'll appreciate that. But as long as it stays the Atlantic Coast, they can piss right off. All right. Oh yeah, Stanford's in the ACC too. All right. So here we go. Boston College. We're going to try and go in alphabetical order here. Boston College, I think, is a B tier school for Dynasty. A tier, really? Why? We got the 2-pack. We got the pack 2-pack, however you want to call it. We'll get to them. But I believe we know where both of those schools are going. Let's be real. Boston College A tier? Well, no, because I was talking about it. I don't have it, but I was talking about it. And that's what we're talking about now. We are ranking dynasty programs to play as in college football. This is so much fun to me. Forget playing a game. We can maybe play a game, but this is more fun to me than playing a game. Just talking about this. Elliot, thank you though for the follow. I really appreciate it. Still Power 5 and you can own Massachusetts recruiting. Trust me, I'd love to be playing early. I wasn't one of the blessed ones to be invited down to Florida. They don't like me down there much. Sorry. They're still mad. EA's still mad about me scooping the passing system and getting all their documents from a playtester a few years ago. You know what? We'll put BC in the A tier. Yeah, pretty much. Steve, MJ, yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. Who would be fun? Like B tier energy, but would they be fun to turn into a power? The Cal Golden Bears, they bore me. The California doesn't do anything. California doesn't do anything. Clemson we have in the boring. Duke. Duke is an interesting one. Duke, I'm borderline boring, but I would put them in the C. I would put Duke in a C. We're going in alphabetical order as much as I can remember to go in alphabetical order. Florida State, I have in boring. Georgia Tech, I make them a option powerhouse and put them in a B. Let's see. Louisville. Is Louisville fun? Yeah, at least you got Malik Murphy at Duke, so the C makes sense. You can't be more than B if you're top 5 in either. Louisville, would Louisville be fun to build up? I would assume. I didn't even take you seriously, AA. Oh, by the way, guys, as we're talking here, and there's a bunch of you in here, I'm going to be looking for mods for the chat because the other day it got kind of out of hand. So if you're interested, you can DM me on Twitter. Basically just to keep shit in line. Rutgers is an S tier school, man. Rutgers, S tier. Louisville, boring, or B tier, boring. Miami. Is Miami that thing anymore? Is Miami that school? Yeah, I feel like Miami's boring. Though they do, I love the logo and I love the jerseys. I love them. See, I wouldn't say too safe because they're never good, but I definitely put them in boring. But I'd be willing to, I can make an argument for C because it is Miami and that South Florida target. Like, you have the chance to target that South Florida. So, you know, I could do B because you can target that South Florida. You can target Florida. And who knows how NIL will work. Imagine if that's in Dynasty. NC State. See, NC State's a program that does nothing to me, but I'd put them in C. I would definitely put them in C. Without a doubt, put them in C. Let's see. Who else do we got? UNC. They go right with NC State. Pittsburgh. This is gonna be. This might piss. I know there's a Pittsburgh fan in there. In here. Pittsburgh does nothing for me. Does nothing. Yeah, I think we got like 6 more schools to get to. Yeah, outside their uniforms, they're boring. But even still, I don't like the classic blue and yellow. I don't like it. SMU. SMU, I would put in an A tier. That is a program, imagine bringing back. Imagine how much fun that would be. You turn SMU into a modern day Pony Express with an option offense. Imagine building up that option offense. Stanford. A tier to build up. Let's see. Virginia Cavaliers. I'd put C. Virginia Tech, B. Solely if they'd go to an A, Virginia Tech, if they get Enter Sandman. And then Wake Forest, C. They're like, that'd be fun, but eh. All right, so we've done the ACC, the Big Ten, and the SEC. So let's move to the Big 12. Oh, God, yeah. Virginia Tech has... You know what? I could put Virginia Tech as an A. So far, Rutgers is the only S tier. I might move Vandy. You know what? I'm going to put Vandy up there. Yo, Cozy! Hope you're doing okay, buddy. Hope everything's going well. All right, Arizona State. Where are we putting the Sun Devils? Tony Dungy's not there. Oh, I did forget Syracuse. You're right. Where am I putting Syracuse? So I don't know if NIL is for sure in Dynasty mode. It is like you have to manage your image for the Road to Glory and stuff like that. But all they talk about in Dynasty is like utilizing the transfer portal and recruiting and stuff. They don't mention anything about managing a player's image. That's the thing. This guy. Damn right, this guy. You're damn right. All right. All right. So where were we before I got distracted by myself being a dumbass? Arizona State. Do they do anything? Syracuse interests me a lot just because of the coach and the changes they had. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen. Yeah, I don't like really Kyle McCord. I didn't like him much, but I'm really interested. Says the pot to the kettle, Carson Beck on a weekly basis. Yeah. Arizona State and Arizona, I feel, are C. Baylor. Baylor is boring to me. BYU, boring. The Bearcats, I'd put Cincinnati as a B. Yeah, that's the thing. Arizona and Arizona State are like, meh. And that's kind of what C tier is. Meh. Like, and then there's boring, which is like, nah, I'm good. And then there's the too safe. Like, the too safe are who you expect to see in there. Colorado. Oh, this one's tough. I mean, because they got the roster. So do you put Colorado in the B tier to see if you can do what Deion Sanders can't and actually make them, not lose to good schools? Exactly. A bit overrated, but, turn things around. Turn things around. We are currently doing the Big 12. So we are at Houston. Houston is an H, I think. Or Houston is an H. No shit. Houston is a B. Houston is a B. That's where I think. Laser Pro, thank you for the follow. Thank you guys so much. This is something, again, I'm planning on doing a lot more, a few times a week. And the more you guys are interested, the more I'll come around. That's basically how it is. The more. All right, Iowa State. Iowa State, I would put in the B. I'd put in an A. You want me to get to the Fun Belt? Oh, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm going down my list of conferences. I decided just to pull up a list of all the conferences just so I didn't forget because I got confused as to who was in the Big Ten and the ACC now. Yeah, Iowa State, A tier. Kansas, Lance Leipold, I love. I know, again, coaches aren't in the game, but I'd put Kansas as an A tier team right now. Oklahoma State, they've always been around. They've just never been there. TCU, yeah, I'd agree, is a B tier. Texas Tech, C. Central Florida, give them their national title. Give them their natty. Give it to them. Plus, they're the alma mater of the greatest quarterback of all time, the Godels. So that's a thing. That's the thing. I don't know if they've said that you'll be able to update rosters. They haven't mentioned that. Because I'm nervous how they'd handle it with being able to update real players. They're walking a fine line this year, right? They're walking a fine line with what they allow and what they don't allow for the players. They should. They should. Utah, they're B. And then West Virginia, I'd put West Virginia as an A. Yeah, I know you'll be able to customize playbooks to an extent. What I don't know is if you'll be able to do, like, you take an empty playbook and add all the plays, or if their version of, because all I did was ask custom playbooks, and I was told yes. But I asked a follow-up if you'll be able to take an empty playbook and add any play you want, or you'll just be able to, like, oh, you got your program, choose the playbook you want, and that's the custom playbook. I don't have an answer to that. But yeah, I'd be surprised, especially with Team Builder, which, if you don't know, the goal is to launch it early July. That was the goal originally. I don't know if it's changed where they're holding it back or they're going to do something different. So we are back. So we got that out of the way. Now it's time will there end up being an... So the plan is, Gator, they want to make it a yearly franchise, but they've held off on even announcing that yet. But the plan remains to make it a yearly franchise. I think it depends on how well this sells and what they do revenue-wise, which I think it'll be through the roofs. Like, it'll be on par with what they did at Madden. Yeah, rainfall. Yeah, that's exactly what I was told. Is that it will be sometime next week. All right, Conference USA. Here we go. Florida International. They're a program that just exists. Right? They just exist. I don't know. Is there anything special about FIU? You're doing your part. Did you get the MVP, I'm assuming? Clemtown? Florida International, I'll put as a C tier. Jacksonville State, I'm putting as a B because a small new program. Kennesaw State, I'll put as a... You know what? I'm going to put Kennesaw, the alma mater of Braun Breaker. Put them as an A. Liberty. Liberty is a C. Middle Tennessee, they're there. New Mexico State, they're there. Sam Houston, that's an A-tier program to turn around. UTEP. UTEP's been around a while. I don't know. I'd be C or B. You know, we can do this. Kennesaw State is an S. Jacksonville State is an A. Celtics only up 2. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, definitely a B. B or an A for Western Kentucky. We're rolling through these now because we got some fun conferences to get to. So I'm still surprised we only have 5 S tier schools, but yeah, I think where we're at now is looking good. Part of me wants to put Utah down into C. But we'll keep them at B for now. We'll keep them at B for now. The best conference, the midweek conference, the Maction conference. We'll kick things off with the Zips of Akron. I'd put them as an A. Ball State is meh. Bowling Green, another meh. Buffalo, I'll put as a B. That's might be some bias. Right, just for the NCAA memories. But I think A. I feel like keeping it selective with the S tiers. You know, that's why I know I got my homerism, but I'll take Syracuse and put them into an A tier. Central Michigan. They're kind of there. Eastern Michigan, they're kind of there. Kent State, I would put into the A tier. Miami, Ohio, I'd put into B. The Bobcats of Ohio, I'd put into the A. Toledo, B. And Western Michigan, I'd put B. And you know what? I'll put UB as a C as well. No, Bowling Green's unis ain't bad. They just a lot of the MAC schools just do nothing except for like Akron, Ohio, Kent State. Like they just do something. I don't know. And then Toledo's on the fence of an A and B. Toledo is on the fence. So there's the Mountain West time. The MAC just exists. Exactly. Like I love Maction. I love the when they get to the middle of the season and they're doing the midweek stuff. I love that. I love that a lot. Do we do I don't think Southern Miss is in Conference USA anymore. No, Southern Miss is Sun Belt. Yes, Conference USA was like Florida International, Jacksonville State, and the kind of saw Mountain West time. Here comes the fun. Mountain West, Air Force, S tier. Boise State, Bluefield alone, B tier. Colorado State. I'd put Colorado State in the A tier. Fresno, B. Hawaii, S. Nevada's just there. Another one. Same with. Oh, I forgot Northern Illinois. They're a B tier for the MAC. New Mexico, C. San Diego State, C. San Jose State, I'd put as an A. Oh, I know the Tupac teams I'm keeping. Hey Garcia, let me handle it. All right, he didn't do anything. San Jose State, UNLV. UNLV, I'd put as an A. Utah State, they don't really do anything. They're meh. And the Wyoming Cowboys, I'd put as an A. I think that's what we're doing. What do you guys think? I flew through the Mountain West. The best Power 5, right? No, we're getting to them last. But now we're in the Sun Belt. We are in the Sun Belt. Let's see. So Delaware doesn't join Conference USA until 2025, by the way. So they're here, but I don't think they're in the game. Yeah, but I don't think they're in the game. East Division, Appalachian State. Appalachian State, I think, is an S tier. Coastal Carolina, they've come up the last couple years. S tier. Georgia Southern, I think a B tier. Georgia State, I think a B tier. The Dukes of James Madison. How is that not an S tier? Like, the Sun Belt Conference is just amazing. Marshall, C, they're just there. Old Dominion, B. Right? That's the thing. That teal turf is so pretty. It's way better than Boise. It's way better than the Boise blue. And if you don't think so, you're nuts. Let's see. Arkansas State. Arkansas State, we can do a C. The Cajuns, C. South Alabama, I put B. Southern Miss, put C. Texas State, and Texas State, I do B. Troy, C. All right. And then we have the American. Sean29, thank you for the follow. Army Black Knights, S tier. Charlotte 49ers, A tier. East Carolina. How do you not think that purple gold on the pirate doesn't look sick? I'd put East Carolina as an A tier. FAU, B. Memphis, C. Oh, I missed Kansas State in the Big 12. Where would you put Kansas State in the Big 12? Bullfrog, what's going on? Yeah, I think C is about right for Kansas State. Navy, again, the it's tough, borderline. Navy is like the service academies, yeah, I believe are all S tier schools. Let's see. There's so many schools, man. Louisiana Tech. I missed them somehow. They're in the Conference USA with Liberty. Louisiana Tech, I'd put C because they're just there. They're another school that's there. Would it really be? Bullfrog, they're not because they're boring. They're too safe of a pick for Dynasty mode. That's what we're ranking here. The teams that would be the most fun in Dynasty mode. To run when you first load up. North Texas, I think, is a solid A. Would be a solid A school to go with. Rice, C. Tulane, I think Tulane's an A. Temple, boring, because no one cares about Temple. Tulsa, C. UAB, B. San Antonio, we could put B. South Florida, B, C. And then that leaves us with this. The Independents and the Pac and the Tupac. UConn, I think, is a C. UMass is boring. You know, I feel like certain schools just belong in the boring. The Beavers of Oregon State, S tier. I think Washington State is an A tier. Notre Dame, boring. And then Delaware doesn't count. I think that's where we're looking at. Conan, they're in the boring tier. It's been answered already. Like I said, I am going to be looking for mods. Again, DM me on Twitter at Mike Straw Media if you're interested. I think, is there anything we'd change? Is there anything we'd change here about the rankings of fun to take in Dynasty mode when you load it up? We've been doing this for 45 minutes or almost an hour. This is fantastic.